Wait,
Why
hold
was
on.
I clipping?
We should do it like light, camera, action, and boom, and then
Okay.
like clap.
Yeah.
Well, we clap.
Yeah.
And we're recording.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Lights, camera, action. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
To title of your mixtape.
Yay.
We've had a lot of technical difficulties to get here, and we're finally here. So we're just very happy that we're actually able to record this episode.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been the last I just clipped. The last episode we had was the Christmas episode back in 2021.
Back in Christmas.
Back in Christmas
of 2021.
Yeah, so a little under 3 years, but it's 3-ish years.
You know, it's just we went on hiatus.
Hiatus.
But we're here and we're making a comeback. That's right. Segue into our actual theme of today's episode, which is comebacks. You know, like Kim Kardashian.
I was gonna use
She had a good comeback. No?
She had a good comeback. Shut up.
I don't know. I watched the video. Anyway, we won't do the full joke.
We won't do the whole joke. Just
okay. So
what's been going on and where have we been? We're not doing a video call because of COVID reasons this time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
We're doing
I was gonna say, was last time because it wasn't.
Yeah,
you were here.
I was here.
Where are you right now?
I am live from Melbourne, Australia, where I have been living for the past year and a half. Holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But you came to visit. It was really nice.
I did.
You know
I've
your
been
friends
there.
when you
I've
moved
made
overseas.
Yeah.
You know your real
I've
friends.
gone there, made sure she's actually, in Australia and not just hiding away from me.
Australia's not real sometimes.
It's not, but
There's
for that little bit it was.
Oh, saw koala. Got to hold a koala.
Saw koala.
Yeah.
Well, just a little tap.
Yeah.
I didn't get to hold it, because they're
chlamydia.
yeah.
That too.
I got to feed kangaroos.
Yeah.
Got to feed quokkas.
Yeah.
So
it's good.
It's pretty fire.
Times. Yeah.
And actually, I wore this shirt in Australia. This is the shirt that I wore while I was feeding kangaroos. That's how I always remember this shirt. This is my
feeding kangaroos. That's really nice.
Feeding kangaroos shirt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into it.
Okay. So this is our first episode. Wanted to know, music-wise, a lot of things has been happening from 3 years ago. 2 Beyoncé albums came out. Can you believe?
Ooh.
What have you been listening to? Top 3. Give us the top 3.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Since we
truly, honestly,
3 years
this
ago.
year specifically, we haven't talked since Christmas of 2021.
We didn't talk when you were in Australia.
Yeah, we were like cold shoulder.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were like save everything for the podcast. So honestly, this year specifically, I've been listening to a lot of Spanish music, Colombian music, Latin music. Specifically, the one artist that I started he's probably the first artist that I ever really listened to. I went to his live show twice in my 2 countries. I went to see him in Canada. I went to see him in Colombia when I was there about a month ago or 2. Mm-hmm. So that's Juanes. That's my guy. But honestly, just been listening to a lot of Latin music. What else? I feel like that's probably mainly it.
Yeah, this year.
Top
3, and it's just Juanes.
Yeah, it's just it's truly it's just Juanes.
Number one, yeah.
I did for the end of 2023. I was listening to a lot of Fleetwood Mac.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah.
Surprising.
And also T-Pain for whatever reason.
What do you mean for whatever reason? He's so good.
No, he is. But I feel like it's a very messy top 3 to give out.
Chaotic top 3?
Sure. Latin music, Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
And then
The
T-Pain.
range,
I was just
though.
kind of like, yeah, there's
All over the
quite a bit of
pops.
range. We'll
Yeah.
say that. We'll say
Yeah.
that.
Good. Top
How about
three.
you? What do you?
Beyonce.
Ooh, never mind.
Wait,
Okay.
no, because you're.
I was
You, know,
gonna
you
say,
only get
just 'cause
three.
you're-
You only get three.
Well, because you reminded me Paramore.
Yeah.
I was listening to a bit of Paramore at the end of last year too. Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is my
yeah,
only
with the
art
shirt.
in my art. And the shirt, yes. I wear this
Yeah.
to doctor's appointments and no one laughs.
Ha.
Because
They're like-
x-rays and shit. They're like,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
insensitive.
Too close. Too close.
Yeah, too close. To obviously Beyonce. She released 2 albums since we've last talked. Renaissance and Cowboy. Oh, we're gonna have to do like a whole episode on both. It's so good. The artistry. There's no visuals at all, and it's still like the biggest albums, I would say. And objectively, not even subjectively, like in my own personal albums, like objectively, huge albums.
Yeah, they were.
Top 3, Origami Angel is a like Midwest, like, yeah, no, you got into
Also
it too.
went to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
them
Yeah.
recently, and it was all
I
thanks to
know,
you.
I know. You're welcome for those tickets because I couldn't
Thanks.
come. They're like this. How would you describe? Like they have also mainly rock. They do have like influences.
They are diverse as hell.
Super. So they have a song that's like a. What is it? Like a. Oh, the one.
What's the vibe?
You know the ones. You know the one that everyone like chills out to.
Bossa
And it's
Nova?
like, yeah, the bossa nova. Thank you. I wanted to say Casanova. It's not that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bossa nova chord.
Bossa Nova. Yeah, but they have a song called Bossa Nova,
Yeah.
and I don't think there's actually. I don't remember that song too well. There's some.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah,
Oh,
the range. It's like they have an acoustic bit, but they also play like metal.
Thank you, New Jersey.
Thank you, New Jersey is very like
That's the one that
ukulele
definitely
kind
has
of like.
Bossa Nova.
Yeah, that one. It's all the vibes. They have a new album coming out, and they dropped some singles today actually, which is why I want to talk about them.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
third one, another rock album. So it's like goes from Beyonce to like popish rock. So like the 3rd one is Sleep Token, which is this metal band that I really wanted on one of our episodes. I have to talk about them, like one of this song specifically, because it's like they're basically metal, and it's no one really knows who they are because they're like masked, all the makeup and everything, and it's like super secret on who they're supposed to be. So the one interview they did was the drummer. It's like they don't even have the names. Like all their names are like Vessel, number 1, 2, 3. It's like so wild. But their songs are so like, it's not too heavy on metal. There's just like some bits that are like kind of screamy. You would like this song that I'm talking specifically, but it's probably for another episode.
Okay, sounds
So
good.
they're like super makeup, all dressed up. And the one interview they did was the drummer going over they only do it live, this drum solo for one of their biggest songs. And when he was doing the interview, he was like obviously all like masks, like super makeup, you don't know who
Full
he is.
persona.
Yeah, and like they had to put like a vocoder kind of like voice disguise
Oh.
on him. It was like super intense, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's not that deep."
Like
and
his
I'm
own
like,
witness
let
protection?
them, yeah, truly. Like I don't know, but just like let them do some like it's drag. Like let them make up, do the let them commit to
Yeah.
something, and it's just like let them have fun. No one wants to have fun anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Truly.
Yeah, but those are top 3, I would say. I feel like I'm missing. And huge. Okay, number 4. Sorry, I know we only get 3.
Yeah, sure. That's fine. I think I also did number 4,
4?
kind of. Yeah.
Chappell Roan has been huge
Cool.
lately.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Good
Just-
Oh wait, no, I should probably not sing.
oh, copyright. Huge. Those are top 4. Diverse. Yeah.
Okay, very cool. I like it. Yeah.
The
That's
diversity.
a very good cool top 4. You sound
Thank
like a very
you.
cool person.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't say who was gonna go first.
You go first.
Me. Okay. So
Boom.
we are
That's how
talking
we do
about.
it.
Thank you, ladies first. We are talking about the comeback, and songs specifically, and I am going to talk, if it's not so obvious, about Paramore.
Okay. I did not. Oh, that makes sense. I've been trying to figure out which one you were going to do.
Yeah, you guessed
Couldn't.
the last time we chatted. You guessed like really
I
good
guess
ones.
so many.
Yeah,
So
you were
many,
like,
but
oh, Tina Turner, Cher, Britney, and I was like, those are really good.
No, but
But
this
I already had
makes
the
sense.
notes. I already had the notes
Yeah.
for this, so I didn't want to do
Yeah.
extra homework.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So,
Paramore.
Paramore.
Go ahead.
They started out super young, 14, 15, little teeny boppers. Their first studio album was in 2005 when they were teenagers, which is insane. They had like a whole rotating roster of band members. It was only recently they had the same three. So their last album, before it, the new one, After Laughter, was with Taylor, Haley, and Zach. And then the one that just came out, This Is Why, is like the only time they had the same members throughout their whole
Wow.
discography. I know.
Honestly, I've heard the music. I have
Yeah.
no idea about the history.
Their
So
backgrounds.
I'm actually getting educated right
it's
here.
drama. It is drama. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, but they also started out as teenagers, like, of course there's going to be drama. In the second album, they had all these different, like, guitarists, and I believe drummer. I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm not too sure. I didn't do that much homework. And I'm not, like,
Fair.
a huge fan. Huge fan. Not I know every single member, because there's too many members. They,
Okay.
the second one, and then the third album, this is when the drama started happening. So the first couple of members who left, it was because they're like, yeah, I don't really want to do music. I'm just going to live my teenage life. I'm going to go to university, college, whatever. Fair. Okay. No one wants to tour for like months and months on end if that's not what you really want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're like, oh, this is just a hobby. Blah. So they left. We have the two Farrow brothers, Zach and Josh, Haley Williams, Taylor York, who I believe was just added to either the second or third album, and Jeremy, who is the bassist. And the Farrow brothers had some type of drama, and it was mainly due to the fact that when they were signed, by the way, they were like very young, 14, 15-ish, it was just Haley's name on the contract. So everyone's like, oh, it's like Haley plus like 3 other people. It's not a true band kind of thing.
Right.
So that's when kind of the drama started. They also started out as like a Christian band. And
I did know that. Yeah.
Which is, so they obviously started kind of like diverting from Christianity, and the two Farrow brothers were just very like, no, Jesus wouldn't
Very
want
much like
this.
Red and Link.
Sure.
Yeah, sorry,
know who
that's
that
a YouTube channel. It's a YouTube duo.
Oh, really?
used to be
They
like-
like stopped.
yeah.
I've heard of them, but I don't know the
Yeah.
drama. It's because of that.
There's no drama. They just wear like
Jesus
they're from
things now?
Texas. Yeah,
Oh.
or not. I don't know, from Texas. I think it
Yeah.
might just be like a very general term for
Of the-
like
yeah.
Southern.
So yeah, they are. They're from
Yeah.
Tennessee, I believe.
Yeah.
Like Paramore.
Um,
So
But yeah,
the
they
same. They were born and
a lot
raised
of
in
their
the whole
stuff was, like-
Christianity thing. Oh yeah. In the beginning
Yeah, it
or
was
now?
like no, I don't think their actual content was about that.
Sure.
It was just like all their content showed how they moved to like LA, and then how their views kind of like changed,
Yeah.
and they weren't as religious anymore, or the way their religious views showed was kind of different.
100%. Very
so, yeah.
very
Anyway,
relatable.
sorry.
Very relatable.
Truly, same here. So, anyway, religion. Yikes.
Second, third album. Third album, Haley Williams was basically like, this is, as you were saying, like Fleetwood Mac, their Rumors album, when everyone was not getting along. All these songs are about each other kind of thing. And they're really big. Oh, God, what is it called? It was like something related. Oh, no, it's like such a huge song. And they played it. It's so bad. So it's basically her, like Haley Williams, like writing about, about their religious trauma, and if you're going to follow that, then you go ahead, but you can't tell me what to do in the name of Jesus kind of thing. And so embarrassing that I don't know the title, and it like escapes me the lyrics.
That's fine.
Yeah, so that's third album. After the third album, I don't know if they toured for that. They may have toured a little bit, but the two Farrow brothers left. They're just like, we do not agree with this, like, only Jesus is the way kind of thing. And also about their, like, royalties and their contracts. It's not fair that only Haley is signed. And so they're like, ooh, what do we do? And so it was just Jeremy, Taylor, and Haley for their fourth studio album that came out. It was like the self-titled Paramore. It was really huge. They came from like all the really big ones, like Still Into You, Ain't It Fun, all came out from the self-titled album. And that's when, after, I think in the midst of tour, Jeremy, the bassist, left as well. And it was a delayed, it's not fair that Haley is only signed. And they're like, this was already a problem in the third album kind of thing. So he left. But it was also, he felt like he should have gotten more royalties for Ain't It Fun or like one of the really big songs. And he also wanted to pursue a rap career. I looked it up when he left because I was like, we should still like, support the band members because I didn't know the T. And it's bad.
I as soon as you said I looked it up, I was like, she hated it, and she's gonna say it.
It was
it's
fine.
bad, eh?
It was fine.
It
wasn't good.
It was bad. It's fine.
You know what? If you want to do, it's hard to. You know what? It's hard to break out in the rap scene as a white rapper.
It's tough for white boys out here.
It's tough for white boys out there. So he left.
So
and
true.
at the time, it was just Taylor and Haley Williams. And they were like, we're basically on a hiatus. Don't know what's going to happen. At one point, Haley did technically leave the band as well. And it was just Taylor as Paramore. They didn't say that. It was just like through contracts and stuff that it was just Taylor at one point. Haley had her own solo career. Taylor actually wrote and produced a lot of her solo albums. Coming back to around 2017, though, they wanted to start writing more for Paramore. And so they did. And Zach came back because they're all, when you're teenagers, you're young 20-year-olds, whatever. You fight, you grow up together. It's you've seen the worst of each other, especially on touring. So I believe they were still friends afterward. And he was like, I'll come back, but just as a session drummer. And they were like, yeah, cool. And then he's like, and they were like, So he joined the band again. Awesome. And this is what I'm talking about. The comeback. The final Paramore band members that truly fit, I think.
That's good.
So
That's awesome.
2017, they drop Hard Times. It's a new sound. Yeah, and it's so good. And it's a new sound for them. It's not emo rock or poppy rock that was super popular in the 2010s. It was new wave. A lot of people compared it to new wave, Blondie, synthy kind of Talking Heads type of deal.
Right.
And Hard Times had those synthy, pop rocky kind of things that were super popular in the 80s. And it was usually upbeat music to very sad lyrics. And if you kind of listen to the lyrics of Hard Times, and the opening line is, all that I want is to wake up fine. Tell me that I'm all right and I'm not gonna die. And I'm like, yeah, let's dance to it though. So
yeah, it is a funky.
It's a funky song. And then you listen to the lyrics and they're like, are you okay? Are you fine? Yeah. And then they released After Laughter, which is probably my favorite Paramore album that they've done. It's just upbeat. I'm sad. Growing up sucks. You're an adult now. There's nothing else you can do. You're at the fucking end. But upbeat bops. Yeah.
True.
Hard times.
It's great. It's crazy that you did Paramore and I was like, I've been listening to Paramore.
Oh, I thought you were gonna also do Paramore.
Oh no, I'm not. Yeah. No. But that's bravo. I like that.
Thank you.
That was a great choice and very fitting for yourself.
Yeah. Thank you.
I didn't think of that one. I didn't think of that.
No.
And yeah, I feel like I should have, given it's one of your favorite bands. But
I know.
Yeah, the ones I'm gonna mention now are more honorable mentions because I didn't end up going with them.
Okay.
Because I was there's a 90% chance that Leah's gonna do this one, and I had the same percentage for all of these ones where I was I'm 90% sure Leah's gonna do this one. There's no way. Somehow, I don't
Yeah.
know how the math works there, but
Yeah.
I was pretty sure you were gonna do Kesha.
Oh, I know.
Kesha
Yeah.
felt like one that was like gonna be like it's got like a very, like a tough story, like a back. I think most of these are based on like the hardships of the people, like the actual artist.
Right.
And I thought that's where you were going.
Yeah. I don't want to go
'cause a lot
too
of-
deep into our first comeback.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I was thinking Kesha,
Mm-hmm.
Tina Turner was like came out of like an abusive marriage, a divorce, lost all her money.
Yeah.
And then she came up with like her biggest song ever. Britney Spears, again, like the whole world saw her go
Yeah.
through some awful stuff. And it had like a crazy reception where people were judging her. And then she came back and like better than ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of where I thought you were going. So I was like, I have to go for something she won't pick at all.
Yeah.
But anyway. And what I ended up going with is your boys that live right over there. Well, they don't live anymore. But the Bee Gees from Australia. Yeah. I'm like, oh, and I'm like,
They're still kicking around. No?
all of them? I don't think all of them. Maybe some of them. I don't think there's any way that all of them are kicking around.
I don't think they're as old as you think.
Now I kind of want to. I'm gonna Google really quick.
Are we just like ageist? Or like, oh, you're 60, you're gone.
Bee Gees
To be
are
fair,
still alive.
drugs in the 70s.
Staying alive. How many Bee Gees are staying alive? Oh, now I can't go into reading the sentence without feeling awful.
He's really like
Because
dropping jokes and then
Guess what? They're not all
none of
staying
them.
alive.
None of them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's there's only one that's still alive.
No. What?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
did not think they were that old.
I feel awful for that joke. But yeah, I mean, I guess might not be like I don't know what
Recently?
they
Okay,
passed away from. One of them died. The first one died in 2003. Is all I remember reading. And then
Just
the other
skimmed.
one said also after that was the next one, the other one. But I don't know. I don't remember what age, and yeah, I've already closed it. But
That's fine.
anyway,
Go ahead.
so yeah. Anyways,
Bee
from Australia.
Gees, staying.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and I'm just gonna straight up read from here because it's history that I didn't even really know about until I kind of like dove in.
Yeah.
So they found when they really started finding success was actually in the late 60s, with songs like Massachusetts and To Love Somebody, which, if I'm honest, I only listened to for the first time when I was researching this. I'd never heard either of those two songs.
I guess your parents wouldn't be like super into the Bee Gees and stuff.
They were, but not. I've never heard those two songs.
I see. Okay, fair.
Okay, so that is a part of it. That's actually kind of gonna be my final point. So hold on. So they disbanded. They're all brothers, and they disbanded because of creative differences. And they all went on. Well, some of them, like one of them, went on to pursue a solo career. The other two stuck around, had like a lot of failed albums. They're trying a bunch of different stuff that wasn't working. Another one out of the three, so now two are gone doing their solo careers. And I think all of them eventually did solo stuff. Then they get back together, and you're thinking, this is the comeback? No, not really. They came back together like, we'll put out all of our stuff in the past. Let's just, make music together. And they did, and there wasn't anything successful. But at least they were back together. Mm-hmm. And then eventually they reinvented their sound to disco. And as you probably know now, they became one of the most recognizable bands in that genre. So what I was going to talk about is that now they're probably known more for their comeback music, more than the stuff that they did before. Because I feel like those two songs, I feel like I'd heard the title Massachusetts. I still hadn't even heard the song.
Right.
But then there's like songs now like How Deep Is Your Love, Staying Alive, Night Fever, and all these like crazy songs that were like just back to back to back to back, like with the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack. So yeah, they're this comeback, you know, it was like 10 years or more than 10 years in the making. And it spanned for 4 years. Like for 4 years, they were just dropping bangers back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, like I was mentioning, like all of their stuff that is like really known. Like even people that don't know, some people don't know who the Bee Gees are anymore, but they still know like Staying Alive. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like the from
iconic
like
The
things in
Office.
The Office. Exactly. Like they're just, their art is still very, very relevant.
Yeah.
And that's stuff that, you know, was their comeback and was a sound different from what they started with. So that's why I thought it was a very cool one. I love the Bee Gees.
I thought you were gonna like say that they had a comeback after all those songs, but I was like, I don't remember them having a comeback. That was their comeback.
That was their comeback.
Holy shit.
That was
I
like
didn't know
after like over a decade of like trying different things, going on solos. Like
Yeah.
you don't really hear any of that stuff. I personally, I've never heard any of their solo things. I've never heard anything from the many albums that they did, you know, together.
Right.
And then together after getting back together, but still not having anything. Like it was just after they switched to disco, that was truly their comeback.
Yeah.
And they found like so much more success than they ever did before. So
Yeah.
So my song is gonna be "Staying Alive" because I feel like that's the one that the culture will forever remember.
For sure. Thank you, The
song.
Office.
Yeah, thank you, Steve Carell for
Steve
picking
Carell.
my song for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh dang! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I should know that now. I have to be indoctrinated into. There's not a lot of Australian artists though, to be honest. AC/DC. Chicks.
And and then one that I liked a lot.
Iggy Azalea.
Oh yeah, she's Australian, right? No, Wafia. I mean, I still do like her. Right? I was listening to her like a couple of years ago. It's like intensely. Yeah.
Dang. No, I don't know that.
Oh, and also, I have a question for you. You're like giving you the perfect segue.
Yeah.
I had a question for you that I didn't want you to prepare for, so I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay.
What would be the greatest comeback if they did come back? Somebody that you're like, I want them to come back.
From the dead? I don't know.
Okay, could be from. I'll give you that because I didn't give you time. You could say like it would be the most insane comeback if this person was like, boom, here's my next track, I'm back, drops mic.
Oh my god, who like fell off that I don't? Well, if they come back from the dead, that would be already a.
That would be insane, but also it would have to
That'd
be
be
like,
insane.
oh, like hearing the music now would be like crazy.
Probably like Whitney Houston. I feel like we as a people failed her. Every time I listen, I don't know. Every time I listen, I'm even like getting triggered now. Every time I listen to like a pop like Whitney Houston song, and it's like it's like I want to dance with somebody, and I'm like, all she wanted to do was dance with somebody, and I'm like on the bus and just like, we failed her. We failed her as people. We just made jokes and jokes about her like drug abuse. Like how dare we? I was like a child, but y'all failed her. Anyways, that'd be cool. That'd be one.
That sounds like you're telling me. I don't think I even knew about her drug abuse until like
she
had already passed it. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I don't even think I was aware of her until way after.
I believe she will bring back.
She'll be back.
One of these days, she'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back.
She'll be back.
How
about you?
So mine's a little bit more realistic. But mine's just because it's a living person.
Yeah.
That is making music, but not really. Okay, get ready for this. Imagine if Gautier came back.
Why are you only naming like Australian artists?
Yeah, that's why I was like, Australia, let's go. That would be so insane. Because he's like also
Yeah.
like I looked this up, like he's been kind of like hinting that he wants to make music again, like on his own, because he has a band.
Sure.
They've made stuff, but it's not really the same kind of sound as the Somebody That I Used to Know song.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I just, I'm taking my time with it, and
Good.
so like I'm not like worried about, like he doesn't really care about like selling anything. He just wants to make art, and like he like turned down ad revenue on Somebody That I Used to Know, and like lost millions, but it wasn't really lost because he did it by choice, right? Like he was just like, I'm not interested in that. I don't want this to become commercial. I want this to just be art that's out there.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dang.
So if he came back with a song at that level, like, do you remember when that song came out?
Yeah.
It was like overplayed, but it was like not like nobody was annoyed by that song. It was like played every single day. You don't think so?
I think people were kind of tired of Somebody
no,
Used to Know.
I wasn't. Every time I heard it, I was like, turn that up. And it was like
Kimbra still has like a solo, like the person who's like the
true.
Yeah, she has her own
she's
music.
On there for a bit.
I don't know. I don't know much about her either.
Yeah, I don't think I've heard any other song by her, so I feel bad. But yeah, no, I'm like, I was thinking like different ages too. Like it was like adults, older people, like kids, teenagers. It was for the people. That's all. And we need that. We need
Oh, we do
to come
need
back.
that. Yeah. We need a good like pop song that's not like what's huge right now. Not like us. Don't think that's
Espresso.
Good for that's also like not for the kids, Kids shouldn't be singing along. Just espresso. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything like explicit in the song.
Isn't it? Doesn't it mean something? Doesn't it mean something?
Oh, hold on. Is there something like dirty about that song?
Isn't it? I don't know what it means, to be honest. I
think the song is just talking about like talking about like somebody being stuck, like their head being stuck on her. Yeah, like that, like stuck in their mind is what I'm trying to say.
I'll go through the lyrics.
Yeah. Okay. But no, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Like a good
song for everybody.
An all ages pop. We just want something for the children. What about the children? Think about the children.
What the hell is this character?
The Simpsons, that like the pastor's wife.
No.
Like, think about the children. Yeah. No?
Oh, okay. No, I think I do. I think I do remember. But I thought you were making up this character on the spot, and I was like, this is crazy. You've gone insane.
Okay, so Gautier and Bee Juice.
Yeah.
I feel so seen. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go. Celebrating your Australianness all the way here. Well, yeah. You're somewhat Australianness. You're living there?
Yeah, I live there. I mean, I live in here. Yeah. Dang, it's going to be 2 years in December. Ooh. Ooh.
We're going to have to do another Christmas episode.
Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah. Thanks for chatting with us and us. Thank you for watching.
All right.
We have to sign off. I forgot.
I don't have a sign off for this week.
I
so
do.
Leah has it by default.
I have a sign out.
What is your sign out? Go for it.
So, as LL Cool J once said, don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my peers, putting suckers in fear. You know?
It's well said. Well said.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. We will see you
Thanks.
on the next one.
Next
Cheers.
one.